continues to defile the bears big time as it busts bigger than we've ever seen. What is happening right now? Is it the beginning of hyper-Bitcoinization, the decoupling, or is it something even bigger? Over the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has been putting in massive gainers. But what if I told you that the Giga candle, the Omega candle, that we're going to see on Bitcoin's chart and flow down to altcoins as well? What if I told you that we haven't even seen the beginning of it yet? So if you love gainers and you understand that we're about to bust bigger than any human or bull has ever busted, hit that like, hit that subscribe, get signed up to Femex Blow if you want to buy Bitcoin or altcoins. And without any further ado, let's absolutely jump in. So yesterday I talked about the $57,000 per Bitcoin level as being absolutely huge. And the next big level, the last level of resistance, the last level of accumulated volume on these charts. And well, if you look at my screen right now, what do you notice? We've already busted through it. Yesterday's daily candle went from the lows of about 51,000 all the way up to 55,000. And today, so far, we've seen a candle at about 54.5, and it's much higher than that. And this is largely due also to these ETF inflows. The technical patterns are all showing us the same thing. For example, I'm going to be jumping into a million beautiful charts and reasons why this is happening. But most importantly as well, there's a lot of other things and a lot of other charts we can look at to kind of explain what's happening here. And the craziest part is that all of these charts are also showing that we're just getting started. So right here, you can see the 2-month Bollinger Band, Tech Dev highlights. We haven't even started expansion of these yet. And if we zoom into this chart, you can see here, here, and here. And this correlates to the chart here, here, and here. And this is where the expansion would be. We have not seen this expansion begin yet whatsoever. And in the last 24 hours, we've seen nearly 200 million leveraged Bitcoin short positions get absolutely dunked and crunched, just absolutely squished and squashed. People trying to short a bull market, as I've been saying, and it's also common sense, you know, it's not the smartest thing to try to short a Bitcoin bull market. It's absolutely blowing my mind that we're still seeing people that are still bearish. These people that were still calling for 10K, all that, these people are still alive. They're still being bearish, right? What's going on? Did somebody put like some bugs in their brain and it's like, you know, they messed the wires up and their brains aren't working correctly? Who knows? If we take a look at this as well, altcoins, Mustache, El Crypto Prof on Twitter points out this is gigantic. And I have a few of my own charts I'm going to be looking at as well here. But falling wedge chart patterns, we look the entire crypto market cap minus Bitcoin. So the total to chart, we are in bust out mode. We're in breakout mode. And altcoins are about to start violently going up. However, it's still Bitcoin's turn. Bitcoin has yet to break all-time highs. However, at this point, we are literally just a couple $1,000s away from those previous all-time highs and currently at the last big resistance as well. Exchanges have also been seeing nothing but outflows so far this year. The ETFs are buying massively. Saylor is also still somehow buying with his unlimited supply, seemingly, of cash. But price simply has to go way higher to satisfy this massive demand. And also, you know, this is indicative of people storing their crypto to, anticipate for much higher prices. This is exactly what happens at the beginning of bull markets. No surprise, we're at the beginning of a bull market. Altcoins as well, another rare bullish signal has just flashed. The cycle's alt season is going to be wild. Milky Bull Crypto points out, if we zoom in here, you can see that his signal here, this indicator, just flipped green as well. It's this tiny little eensy-weensy little, I'm not even sure if you can see it on the screen right here. Zoom in a little bit, maybe you can see it better. But yeah, more indications alt season is about to begin. And if we look at the search term how to buy crypto, which absolutely gets massively big when retail gets in, it shows basically the ETF inflows and institutional buyers are the main drivers of this pump. All data that I see, not even just this, all data is showing us that retail largely has not come in at all. Nobody's really, like, is anyone texting you about, like, should I buy this Bitcoin thing yet? We're not at all-time highs yet. As soon as we hit all-time highs, I expect that to change. And that could be by next week, right? That could be very soon. Every time you think about taking profits on long-term altcoin bags, Murphy says, pull up this chart. Because really, if you look at a lot of these alts, this is where we are, right? Barely barely pumped. A lot of these alts are still 60, 70, 80% from their all-time highs. Now, it's not guaranteed that all of them are going to go to their all-time highs, but many of the top coins are very likely to. And again, usually goes Bitcoin, Ethereum, top alts, smaller alts. So we still potentially have some decent time left before that. But, let's say Bitcoin hits all-time highs and then a week later, altcoins are kind of more in this range of their cycle. And then you wait a couple more months and they're all the way up here blowing up. Maximum opportunity is going to be gone for those opportunities for altcoins. And with the Bitcoin halving being only 55 days away, Bitcoin is roughly 21% from its all-time high. We have never, ever seen something like this before. Bitcoin has never been this close to its all-time high prior to the halving. And it's also possible for the first time in history that Bitcoin breaks its all-time high before the halving, which absolutely, in my opinion, would just change the sentiment for this entire cycle. I think it would make people, honestly, I think it would mess with the sentiment because people would understand, wow, this time is different, right? Are we going to start decoupling? I mean, for example, if we look at the charts today, Bitcoin kind of already is decoupling. The stock market has been not doing well. Bitcoin is continuing to blast up, and we've seen this trend kind of go back and forth for the last few weeks, especially since the ETFs were approved. On the MVRV, the Z-score is now scoring +2. Basically, this is another way of highlighting we have a long way to go in terms of, getting up to these ranges before we top out. We're just getting started here. But man, even though we're just getting started, I would hate to not be involved right now. I would hate to not be invested in crypto right now. According to British HODL, if we have these same net inflows for Bitcoin, let alone if they increase, but if we just keep these same inflows, in the next 20 trading sessions, we should be seeing a new all-time high for Bitcoin. That is insane. That very likely could make it before the next halving if that actually ended up playing out. We saw also yesterday the third biggest daily inflow for Bitcoin ETFs that we've seen. Only one day of outflows in the last 21 trading days, meaning there's been a ton of inflows into these ETFs. Only one of them was a net negative. Absolutely bananas. Outflows, as you can see here, only 22 million yesterday. It's the smallest since they were approved. Again, another massively bullish sign. Look, when the ETFs were approved and they started trading, massive amount of outflows, and look at the trend. This is crazy, right? ETFs had a total net inflow of over $500 million yesterday. Biggest trading volume day for IBIT, which is BlackRock's ETF. And yeah, this is absolutely a warm-up. I think we're going to be seeing multi-billion-dollar days during this bull run easily for just single ETFs. The 9 Bitcoin ETFs have accumulated about 300,000 Bitcoin in just about a month of trading. And the Bitcoin spot ETFs purchased, as I just said, about 300,000 Bitcoin worth almost 20 billion, which is crazy. And you can see this chart. This chart just continuing to go up is very, very, very mega bullish. Now, we look at this chart. I talked about 57,000 being such a big level yesterday. Currently, that level has been broken. You can see this bull flag quickly, just immediately shot up. Perfect. This is another great example of people saying that TA is pointless. It doesn't work. I mean, there's been a million examples of why TA is important. Using TA is not a guarantee you can predict everything. But if you had a tool that you could use that might increase your chances of profiting in a market by even 5%, even just 5%, which TA honestly gives way higher than that. But if you could do it for even 5%, wouldn't you use that? Of course you would, right? Unless you're dumb. The only reason you wouldn't use a tool like that is if you're dumb. But TA is a fantastic tool. And for example, just like we were able to, I made my first 7 figures in crypto basically because of this bear market and understanding this is what was about to happen, right? I had this pattern drawn on well before we actually start breaking out. Same thing here. This bear market, the bull market, there's a very clear pattern. This 2-year falling wedge that absolutely has also been breaking out. So for the past 2 years, basically, you could have been in one camp. You could have been a person drawing basically a 2-year falling wedge or a similar bullish pattern like this and expecting much more upside over the next few years. Or you could have been one of those people that literally, is potentially missing brain matter and you were drawing charts like this, right? Well, the crazy thing is that after a while, it's no longer subjective. What do I mean by that? Somebody gets proven right. Somebody wins. Somebody is right. And the people that were bullish, right, they were the ones that were right. And if you're one of those people that was bearish the whole time and whatever, and maybe I'm saying this and it's making you a little upset, all you have to do is apologize and start listening to people that know what's going on. But also, if we look at Ethereum, this is very big. If you're interested in altcoins, you want to see Ethereum start breaking out, because Ethereum, it's very important for Ethereum to start getting massively bullish before you can expect your tinier altcoins to start also getting bullish. And you can see that over the past couple of weeks, Ethereum has started breaking out of a very long, multi-year ascending triangle. And ETH has way more gains to go, but you can see this is the very beginning of a massive breakout. We look at the entire altcoin market cap. You can see, again, we're about to enter this bust phase where things get very big, very busty. And it's extremely bullish. There's no other way to say it. You look at this chart right here. These two lines represent the beginning of 2024 and the end of 2024. It's very likely that in this time period, we're about to see probably something like this. And, I actually posted, or in my video yesterday, I said about maybe $150,000 target for Bitcoin. And people were saying that's incredibly bearish. And I'll be honest, it is. I think Bitcoin is likely to go much higher. I'm just trying to have a conservative, realistic approach. I don't want to say Bitcoin's going to $650,000 this cycle. But deep down in my head, when I'm talking with my friends, not making videos, do I say that's realistic? Yes, that is something I think is realistic. I think it's insanely bullish. We would have to see what we're seeing already pick up so much more, and we would have to see decoupling. We would have to see some sort of like hyper Bitcoinization. We would have to have like a best case scenario, but it's realistic. What is not realistic is a $5,000 or a $10,000 Bitcoin, and it never was. We had the biggest collapses of the industry, FTX, Luna, all of these things, right? The worst possible things that could be happening in the space. And we got down to about 15,000, and that was not enough for some people. They thought, no, we have to go lower. Why? Because you drew a squiggly line on a chart? That's why? Because you decided to arbitrarily draw a squiggly line on the chart? Because that was genuinely the biggest reason those bears had for why we were going to go to those price levels. Because I drew a big squiggly line. Okay. The internet's great, because anyone can share information and you can learn from anyone. But the internet is also horrible, because anyone can share information and you can learn from anyone. And some of these people shouldn't be teaching, squirrels how to, you shouldn't be teaching squirrels. Some of these people should not be trying to teach anyone anything. The biggest thing, looking on the weekly though, is that you can see this level right here, 57. This is the last big resistance. There's like no accumulated volume above this. On the weekly chart, Bitcoin only spent a couple of weeks above this level in its history. So if there's going to be a rejection, you would think it would be here, but will Bitcoin just slice right through this and not care? I mean, a lot of this resistance underneath us was way bigger resistance than this current level. So absolutely possible. I'm not betting against Bitcoin at all. I'm just saying this is legitimately like the last resistance area where we could just skyrocket to all-time highs. And we could, in fact, see a giga candle, right? It's possible that we're already seeing daily candles that are some of the most record-breaking candles we've ever seen in Bitcoin history. This parabolic trend absolutely has the ability to continue and get more and more parabolic, just like parabolic trends literally do. So that's the most exciting thing, is that we are getting close. This is so close to breaking all-time highs. Literally almost $10,000 away, that by the time it is breaking all-time highs, you're going to be too late if you're not already paying attention now. Next time, when we're at 62,000, I don't think we're going to stop at 62. When we're at 65, I don't think we're going to stop there. I think once we get past some of this last big resistance right here, we're going to shoot up to new all-time highs. And then once we enter what is called a blue sky breakout, meaning if you look at a chart and there's absolutely no prior resistance to use as maybe a pullback level, because we've never been this high before for an asset, then the sky is literally the limit. For example, I can show you what happened last time we had a blue sky breakout. Right here, right back at the end of 2020, and the chart literally went vertical for months. And then altcoins caught up, and that's kind of history. You kind of know what happened. But overall, I mean, this couldn't get any bigger. And get signed up to FEMEX below if you want to buy Bitcoin or altcoins. And without any further ado,